Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about why you should chase discomfort but not overdo it. And this is actually a concept that has a name, and that's I'm not really sure who came with this. I think it's Jean Piaget. He's a development psychologist, something between the lines of it at least. And it's called the zone of proximal development. I don't know if I said it before or not, but the thing about this is that you gotta look for discomfort but not overdo it. And that means that you're not gonna, your first day at the gym, you're not gonna go and try to lift 200 kilograms right away, because it's gonna be impossible if you haven't gone to the road and to the path of starting with just, 50 pounds and then 70 pounds and then going up and up and up, and just developing that part of yourself, that skill, which in this case is strength. And that applies to everything in life. So, oh man, it's cold. So the thing is that you should chase discomfort, and this is something that at least most of people in this self-improvement space are trying to do. I say trying because not everyone's doing it, but most of us in this self-improvement space are doing exactly that. We are looking for uncomfortable situations, for pain, struggle, because we know that growth there, and that's correct. At least in my experience, that's 100% right. Every time I take a cold shower, I'll feel stronger after that. Every time I have I've said this in previous videos, but right at the moment I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm walking, and it's, as you can see, it's winter where I am, and it's really cold. So I have to wake up at like 4 a.m. and I have to do literally hard stuff all week, right? So I'm always busy, I'm always doing hard stuff and doing things I don't want to do. So in my experience, doing hard things really make you stronger. And there's actually another psychological fact that will help you to alleviate chasing discomfort. In this case, we're going to talk about how you should not overdo it later in this video. So the thing about challenges in general is that, and this is psychologically proven, I remember I read this in Jordan Peterson's newest book. It's called I forgot how it's called, man. Anyway, his latest book is a black one. It's like it's a rules book, just like the first one. But anyway, the thing is that when you face challenges on purpose, the stress or the amount of stress you're gonna live is way lower than when you face challenges and it's not on purpose, when challenges just come to your life by accident, right? So for an example I can give you is just, for example, I don't know, and this is actually something I decided to. So in May I'm gonna run a marathon, right? It's at 21 kilometers. I'm not gonna train, and I'm doing it solely for mental strength purposes. But the thing is that is an example of when you face challenges on purpose, and when you choose to face challenges. And an example of accidental challenges is, for example, like your car breaks down, right? And it's not something that you chose, it's just something that happened, and now you have to face it and you have to deal with it. And the thing is that in the former situation, in the first one, which is like me running the marathon that I chose to do it, the amount of stress I'm gonna feel when I'm doing it, and just in general about that situation, it's gonna be way lower. I think that if I'm correct, I'm not sure about this. I'm sure about the first fact that the amount of stress you're gonna feel is lower, but I'm not sure about this. But I think that you don't even feel stressed, right, as such. But in the latter situation, when your car breaks down, you're gonna feel way more stressed, and that's gonna have negative consequences in your health and in your mental health. So the thing is that when you face challenges on purpose, it is psychologically proven that you are not gonna be as damaged as you would be if those challenges just came to your life by accident. And that's the first part of this video. Just like telling you that facing and looking for discomfort is okay, right? Like, there's science that proves that that's something good for you. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, and this is like the second part of the video, you could say, is that the camera is weird, man. Anyway, you should not overdo it, because we've all heard the phrase, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And when you overdo things and when you just put too much pressure on yourself and on things that you are trying to face on purpose, which is something really novel, and I understand that the reason why you're doing it is because you want to grow, and that's something that I really, really respect myself. If you're doing that, I respect you, but at the same time, the advice I'm giving you here is that you shouldn't go over the top, because when you do that, like I said, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But if you overdo it, there's a high chance that it's gonna kill you. And of course it's not gonna kill you. Like taking a cold shower or like a 10-minute cold shower in the morning is not gonna kill you, but it's gonna steal a lot from you in a productivity sense, in a mental health sense, and just in living an effective life sense. So I don't know, I can give you an example of my own life and on that matter. And so I remember the last year I was trying. Man, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. I was trying, and I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel, right? And I was like 1 year into my self-improvement journey, and I was productive. I've always been during my life. I've never been a fully on loser who plays League of Legends all day, even though I kind of was. But I've never been someone really ineffective and unproductive. But the thing is that when I was thinking about starting this YouTube channel 1 year ago, I put way too much pressure on myself. I was thinking, and I remember that I made a really harsh and a really impossible timetable where I was not, in theory, I was not going to waste any second during the day, when never in my life I made something like that. So never in my life I was exposed, or I was living a timetable as hard and as just difficult as that one, and challenging. So I remember that it ended up breaking me, man. It ended up in some sense killing me. I lost a lot of my mental health when that happened. And during those months that I was trying that really hard timetable, I remember I fell back into porn when that happened. I even started playing video games again at some point, because the stress was so much. And then the only time things started working for me was when I realized that I just couldn't keep up that timetable, that I just needed to go gradually. I just needed to gradually get there and practice progressive overload in my life, not just at the gym, but in my life in general, and just taking more responsibility gradually. First starting, I don't know, with studies, and then with personal studies, which is reading, and then going to the gym, and then going more seriously, and then taking things gradually more seriously. And that's how I became more effective. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm the most productive or most effective person in the world, but I'm definitely more effective than how it was last year, last year at least. And yeah, man, like that's my message today. Just have one foot in discomfort and another one in your comfort zone, because otherwise it's gonna kill you, man, in one way or another. So live in the zone of proximal development.